I wasted 2 months building my first side project, and almost nobody cared. If you're thinking about starting your own, don't repeat my mistakes. Today, I'll share the 3 mistakes I made and the exact fixes, so you can actually launch faster and with less stress. Hi, I'm Maya. I share my journey in entrepreneurship, SaaS, and self development. I'm building in public, so you can learn alongside me. When I started my first side project, I thought I had to do everything perfectly. Instead, I made mistakes that slowed me down. Let me save you from that pain. When I started my very first side project, I thought planning was the smart thing to do. So I opened up Notion, created this huge workspace, and spent weeks outlining every possible detail. The features, the design, even a launch timeline that looked like it belonged to $1 million company. And here's the problem. I wasn't actually building anything. I was just planning. Planning gave me the illusion of progress, but in reality, I was stuck. What I learned is this. You only need to plan just enough to start. Seriously. Instead of a 20-page doc, create a 1-page project brief. Answer 3 simple questions. What problem am I solving? Who is it for? And how will they use it? That's it. So here's your action step. After this video, pause for 5 minutes and write down those 3 bullet points. Don't overthink it. That's all you need to get moving. Now, once I finally started building, I made mistake number 2. I overbuilt. I thought if I add more features, people will definitely love it. So I kept coding, tweaking, and adding. And guess what? Nobody used half the things I built. All that extra time was wasted. Here's the fix. Build the smallest version possible. Your minimum viable product, or MVP, isn't a giant thing. It's one feature that solves one clear pain. Ask yourself this question. If my user could only do one thing with my project, what should it be? That's your MVP. For example, if you're building a note-taking app, don't worry about tags, search, and dark mode. Just let people write a note and save it. That's it. So your action step, take your idea and strip it down to the bare minimum. Focus on one feature, one problem, build that first. And mistake number 3, probably the most painful one. I ignored marketing. I thought if I build something amazing, people will naturally find it. Spoiler alert, they didn't. When I launched, no one even knew my project existed because I had never talked about it until launch day. Here's the truth. You need to start marketing from day one, not with fancy ads or campaigns, just by sharing your journey. Post progress updates, write about what you're learning, or simply ask for feedback. People love to follow along when you're building something new. So here's a small but powerful action step. Write 1 sentence about your idea today and share it. Post it online or even just tell 3 friends. That's your first marketing move. And trust me, it makes a huge difference. So let's recap. Here are the 3 lessons I wish I knew before starting my first side project. Lesson number 1, don't overplan. Keep it simple with a 1-page brief. Lesson number 2, don't overbuild. Focus on the one feature that only matters. And lesson number 3, don't ignore marketing. Start sharing from day one. If you avoid these mistakes, you'll save yourself months of wasted effort and you'll actually see your ideas come to life faster. And if this video helped, hit subscribe. I'll be sharing new videos on how to turn your ideas into action step by step. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments, what's the side project you're working on or thinking about starting? I'd love to hear your story.